through the misty fells, where the lake winds cry, with a map in hand and a twinkle in his eye. The hills echo steps of a wandering soul. A silver fox grins as he reaches his goal.
Morning, welcome back to another adventure in the Lake District, and we're in the Central Fells today. We've got a guest again.
Hello,
Mr. Hostel. We're here to bag 9 new fells, for me anyway, 2 of which are Wainwrights, which will, as I say, finish off the Central Fells. So you go and take a look at the route we're doing today, and I'll see you shortly. So there we go, our first hill, Great Howe, the Birkett. So we're on our way now, following this good track, and we double back on ourselves at some point and head towards the top. God knows what the weather's going to do today. Could do anything, apart from one thing we know it won't do, and that's sunshine.
It'll be fine, Dave. Look at it.
But we're not going high.
It's spring.
I think 460 metres, is it? Raven Crag is our highest point.
Aye.
So we purposely chose this route because it isn't high, because it's quite windy. So anyway, let's get on. So after turning off the main track, we picked up a path that's a decent path for a Birkett, and then we're gonna just branch off to the right here. It'll take us up to the summit of Great Howe. Right, here we are, the first summit of the day, Great Howe, the Birkett, 331 metres. Boom. Well done, Dave.
Well done. Absolutely fantastic.
So there's our next fell of the day, Raven Crag. Well, we'll drop down off here and then follow the road, or the path, round by Thirlmere and over the dam and then up there.
Now, Dave, I've got a surprise for you.
Go on.
For me, this is good enough to bag the Birkett, but it's not the high point of the fell.
Oh.
The high point of the fell involves bushwhacking, bit of blood, and some off-piste. So do you want to go to the high point?
Come on, let's do it. It's only early. It's not raining. Let's crack on. There we go, we're coming over the better view now of Raven Crag, down into Thirlmere. We've got a bench here. Bench there, look if you want to take a view.
High point up there.
And then we're going to the high point, which is up in them trees. So, let's go. Here we are, high point of the fell. Is it worth it? Not really. Although I suppose it does give you better views. So yeah, it is worth it. See all the way down Thirlmere now to Steel Fell there. Armboth Fell, and the Bog of Eternal Stench will be somewhere over in that direction. That's looking up over towards the Dodds.
Thirlmere Infinity Pools there.
Thirlmere Infinity Pools for any Instagrammers there. And then that's the backside of Helvellyn. And it's still not raining. Right, so that's us off Great Hout, and now we're back on the main path, but not for long because we're just going to hook a right here, and this track goes all the way round towards the dam. Okay, so that's us getting ever closer to the dam. We're off down by the side of Thirlmere now. There's the dam, you can just see through there. So we're definitely on the windy side of the hill now. So yeah, so we carry on going, cross the dam, and then head up the hill. Right, so here we are, crossing the road over the dam at Thirlmere. Now you can see how windy it is, well you can hear how windy it is, and you can see how windy it is. It's very, very choppy there. There's Raven Crag where we're heading for. And then after that we've got one behind it called Castle Crag. And then we've got the Benn. So yeah, this is the other side of the dam. Dave was saying he's read that they've been draining it to make sure it doesn't overflow. So there's a great shot there of all the way up Thirlmere, and it's still not raining. There's the famous plaque noting the Manchester Corporation Waterworks. So the water in Thirlmere Dam feeds Greater Manchester. I don't know why, because they've got their own dams all the way around there, haven't they?
This is what it used to be called up here, North West.
There we are. It used to be North West Water. Now United Utilities. Enough said about United Utilities. Across the dam, turn right at the car park for 100 yards, and then we're up through this gate. Here's Dave. So we're making good progress on this steep but very good path. There's Raven Crag right towering above us. That view's now down to Thirlmere. There's Castle Rock there, which is going to be our final fell of the day.
Higher than it now.
Yeah, and there's Great Howe where we were not so long ago. Dave says that way for a family friendly walk. Nutters this way.
Synge baggers this way.
Synge baggers this way. Right, so we've come up through the woods, crossing this forestry track, up
This
these
is new.
fantastic stairs. Look at that.
It used to be here 6 months ago. These weren't here. It was just a mud bank that people slipped on and broke legs.
People or you?
My mother.
And there we are behind Davies, Raven Crag. So we're getting ever closer. Right, rain's on. So we're going through this gate and we're going up to do Raven Crag, which isn't too far away, and then Castle Crag, our next one after that's just there. So you could do that one first, but we're going to do Raven Crag first. Now, this is what we're talking about. This is what all paths to mountains should be like.
Do the whole scarf out hike like this, yeah.
Yeah. Duck boards now. Superb.
This is what the Peak District's like, isn't it?
Right, not here we are, second fell of the day, and the first Wainwright today of Raven Crag. 461 metres. Boom. Well done, pal.
Balance on it.
Balance on it? Oh
No,
my.
don't balance on it.
All right. So, views. Oh, look at this. Look at the state of that down there. Disgusting. Anyway, full length of Thirlmere, Helvellyn in the clouds, and then the 3 Dodds, Stybarrow, Watson and Gray. And then the little knobble in the middle there's Carfowl Pike to Clough Head on the end. Over to Blencathra in the clouds. Skidder in the clouds. Fantastic. And there's the ridge of High Rigg where we'll be heading a bit on this walk. And again Castle Rock in the middle there, our last one. And then over there is the Benn. That's not our next one, the one after that. So yeah, there we go. Them boards and them steps have made it damn sight easier coming up here than it could have been. So it's raining now, so let's get down and into the trees again. Right guys, I ain't going any closer than this, but wow. Yeah, that is a sheer cliff face. So we're down off Raven Crag through this gate, and it's the short jaunt up to Castle Crag. Here we are on the summit of Castle Crag, the Birkett. I can't remember the meterage, I'll put it on the screen now. Well done, Dave. Boom. What views. What views. So this must be the eastern side of Bleabury Fell, is it Dave?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, eastern side of Bleabury Fell where we were the other week. And all that ridge that we went. High Seat, High Tove, Armboth, blah blah blah. Stunning views, and there's our next hill of the Benn. Shortly after leaving Castle Crag, we come back to this track, turn left, walk down the track for a few hundred yards, and then it's up here. And it looks a bit boggy. And just like that, here we are on the summit of the Benn. It's a Birkett, can't remember the meterage, again I'll put it on the screen. Boom. Well done Dave, Dave's second time up here. Fantastic. That's looking again down to Thirlby there. A great view of Raven Crag. Fantastic view of Raven Crag. And there's Castle Crag where we've just been. Definitely worth the trip over here. If you're doing Raven Crag, get yourself over to the Benn as well. Brilliant. You can see all the way down there to the dam that we walked across earlier. Oh yeah, superb. And there's High Rigg, our next Wainwright of this walk. But we've got a few more Birketts between. Right, let's get off this hill because it's horrible up here. So there you are, that's us off the Benn now, which is up there. And we're now on this good forestry track that takes us back down to the car. So you might have noticed that the lack of backpacks today, so we've parked the car just down at the bottom of High Rigg on the main road. So we've backpack free, and then we're heading back to the car now where we'll have a brew, pick up the packs, take them from there, and we've decided we're going to change the route around a bit. We're now going to do Castle Rock next.
It'll be a nice figure of 8.
A nice, yeah. So we're going to do Castle Rock next instead of last, and then walk round to the top end of High Rigg, pick up the Wainwright, and then pick the Birketts and the Synge up on the way back to the car. So that's a revised route. But you'll have already seen the route that we did anyway, so there you go. It's revised to us, but not to you. Okay, so there we are back at the car. That's where we're going to stop and have a bite to eat and a brew before setting off on the second half of the walk. Right, so that's us fed and watered. Car's locked up again. There's still no packs on because we've decided that we're just going to carry it, do the second half without packs either. Makes it a lot easier. So, next hill, straight in front of us, Castle Rock. Across the road, come up this track, and now we're striking up the hill. It's only up there, but we've got to kind of skirt up and round. Well, we're well and truly up between the rocks now. Dave says he thinks it's called the climber's route because it's the route that they take if they're going to rope climb the buttress up there. That's certainly not for us today. It's a nice easy path around the back for us. Just got to be really careful here because the rocks are incredibly slippy up here. What brilliant fun this is. Brilliant fun. And now we're on like a proper pitched path now. So it's a fell that must be relatively popular because it's not plottable on the OS maps, but there's clearly a path all the way up. But definitely want to do this, definitely want to do. Scrambling up there, you come up to this little col, and then from here, summit's up there, but we're just going to quickly go up here and bag the south buttress of Castle Rock. There we go, boom, south buttress, Castle Rock. Right, up to the summit. Summit of Castle Rock, around 300 odd metres, but it's so windy up here. But we can now see the remaining ridge of our walk, High Rigg, and all its various tops that we'll take on the way. There's the big cleft in the hillside there where the Thirlmere infinity pools are, and that's looking over to Clough Head, Carfow Pike, and the Dodds above us.
That's called Ladnot, unclassified.
Ladnot?
Ladnot, yeah.
That's called Ladnot there. Oh, up here, an unclassified hill. Looks like a good one. But anyway, we need to get down off here and over there. Right, so that's us off Castle Rock. And we're on the less windy side now, so thoroughly recommend that fell. Absolute belting little hill. So next time you're driving on the 591 between Grasmere and Keswick, just as you get to the bottom of High Rigg, if you look up to your right, there's a prominent rock feature. That's it, and it takes no time at all to get up there. It's really fun. So anyway, so we're working our way down now and eventually pick up the road and a path that takes us up to the...
Large gill in the way first.
Pardon?
The big gill in the way first.
Oh yeah, but before that we've got a big gill to cross. There you are, Castle Rock towering above us now. So we made our way down there, pretty easy really, just where you put your feet. And now we're picking up this path here, and we don't know whether we're going to go right or left. Goes, crosses the back there, look, just above that waterfall. Path has followed this wall, and now we've just got to find a way of getting over it. Great views up to the crags of Clough Head there, which you never usually see. You normally just see Clough Head as a big rounded grassy dome, but from here it looks fantastic. Right, we've got to find a way of getting over this wall, Dave.
Find a way, we know the way.
Okay, so we're on the path now that skirts underneath all the crags of High Rigg. So we're just going to follow this path now around, and eventually it picks up the St John's in the Vale Church, and then from there we go double back on ourselves and up onto the ridge. So the off-pisters are at it again. We've decided to cut an angle. Instead of going all the way around and back, we decided to, we're pretty much right underneath the summit of High Rigg, so we're going to cut an angle and just yomp in a straight line. So let's go. I don't know whether you realise that, but I just fell. Just went on my arse. But yeah, let's just get in a straight line up to the summit. So we're making good headway. It's not been so bad actually. You're looking back now, if you can hear me, there's Castle Rock where we were last and we've come off there and walked down the valley, and then we've come up here, and there's pretty much the ridge that we've been walking along after we've bagged the Wainwright of High Rigg. And to be fair, it does look like the forecasters might be right. The weather clouds do look like they might be starting to break a little, so we might even finish this walk without the rain, fingers crossed. I don't think we're too far now, probably 15 minutes and I think we'll be there. Here we are, the Wainwright of High Rigg, 357 metres. Boom! And it's very windy. Well done, Dave. I hope you can hear me. If not, it will just be music. Oh my word! What is it going to be like at 1,000 metres if it's like this at 357? Whoa! Jesus Christ! Right, we've just got a bit of respite from that wind. We've got 3 more fells today. It's so windy up here. We're only 350 odd metres, but God, I've never been in wind like it. So probably won't be able to speak on the next summit, so I'll probably just put the information up on the screen and I'll play you some music, or I might even do a voiceover if you're lucky. So yeah, so we'll just get these last 3 bagged off.
Right, here we go. And you can hear the wind. It was so windy, so I decided I'd do a voiceover for this one. This is High Rigg's south top at 343 metres, and it's a Birkett. Yeah, there's me building a little cairn. It was mad windy.
Oh, wrong way.
Whose idea was this walk?
Oh my god, I've never been in high winds at such low height. Brutal, absolutely brutal. Thank god we're not far from the end.
Mile and a half.
Synge bagging is catching on. They've made us a hole in the wall.
I didn't do it.
Super job. Watch, you don't trip on the barbed wire though. This one or that one?
Right, here we go with the wind still howling. We have finally arrived on our only Synge of the day of High Rigg southeast top of 339 metres. Yeah, it wasn't a place to be hanging around really. It was crazy windy. With that in mind, we didn't hang around and headed off towards our next fell.
Right guys, I don't know whether you can hear me, but that's looking back there to High Rigg and the summit, the Wainwright. That's looking over to Threlkel Knots and up onto the western flanks of Clough Head. Don't know what Dave's doing. Dave's having a play in the wind. But oh my god, it's windy up here. Is it ever? So windy. We've got one more fell to do. Crag. And then it's all downhill and back to the car. So let's get going. Right, final fell of the day is the Birkett of Crag. Boom. Well done, Dave. That took a long time getting here. Castle Rock there just looks absolutely immense. And there's our first hill of Great Howe, and then Raven Crag up there. Anyway, let's get out of this wind. I think we've decided we're having a pint. We've decided we're having a pint, haven't we, Dave?
Absolutely, I'm buying.
Right, let's get down and back to the car. Blocked path, Dave, we're going to have to turn around.
Back around to there.
Right, that's me and Dave nearly back to the car now, and we're in this little copse of trees, so I think out of the wind. So I'm going to wrap the video up here. Thanks for coming, Dave.
Appreciate it.
It's been great again. Only me and Dave can turn Raven Crag and High Rigg into a nearly 11-mile route.
Over 4,000 feet of ascent.
Over 4,000 feet of ascent. So 9 new fells today, but more importantly, 2 more Wainwrights in the bag. 198 now, so that's 16 left. So if you're still watching, fair play to you. You deserve a medal. I'll say thank you very much, and we'll see you out in the fells very shortly. All the best.